We're standing in a brewery in the beautiful town of Hermanus that has been turned into a soup kitchen. Now today, several celebrities will be gathered here today to do their bit for Nelson Mandela Day, which is tomorrow, of course. 27,000 cups of soup will be prepared and shared among community members in and around the Overstrand area. And this is the area where they will be working from. Now, of course, we're living in a very different time than we did last year this time. And everybody is always encouraged on Nelson Mandela today to do their 67 minutes for communities and for each other. Things have changed a little bit, but let's talk to someone who knows exactly how anyone can help and still be involved. The former private secretary to Mr. Nelson Mandela, Zelda, is also here to do her bit. Zelda, thank you so very much for speaking to us.
Thank you.
First of all, tell us, what is this project all about?
Well, I sat here a few weeks ago and the breweries told me that they have repurposed their equipment to provide soup for the very needy people here in Hermanus. And I then partnered with them and I invited the Kolisi Foundation to join us. They are doing a huge donation to the community, and together we are working as a team to feed Hermanus.
And then it's difficult with COVID-19. People cannot gather. They cannot go out and do what they used to do in the past for Mandela Day. How can they still get involved, though, and do their bit?
The Nelson Mandela Foundation, in partnership with the Kolisi Foundation, launched an initiative called Each One, Feed One. And that's all we need to do. You know, we don't have to have big functions and do handouts. What we need to do is just each take responsibility for one family. And that way we participate in Nelson Mandela. Just reach out to someone in need. And that way Madiba believed that if we just touch one person's life every day, we can change the world. And from his example, we know that he did exactly that. So it's easy.
So speaking about Nelson Mandela, it's been 7 years since his passing. Do you think his legacy still lives on, or has people forgotten it somewhat? We're living in turbulent times. So do you think his legacy still lives on?
Yes, definitely. I think Madiba's legacy will forever live on in our hearts, in our minds, not only in our history books, but we need to be reminded, and this year, or Mandela Day, comes at a very opportune time for us to reflect back on the achievements that we've made, the adversities that's been overcome, and reassess also our own role in society. How can I make a difference in living his legacy? So, yeah, it definitely still lives on.
And for you, what does that mean? How do you live his legacy?
Well, I try to do good. I try to be an understanding, compassionate South African, to participate in whatever is happening in my country, to play an active role, to be an active citizen. That for me is what his legacy is about.
And I know this is a difficult question, but if Madiba was alive today, what would his message be to people, given that we're living under such difficult times now?
He would say to people, I understand your concerns and I know, things are difficult, but continue to be good South Africans, care for one another. There's no one person that can take this country forward. We all need to work as a society together to achieve what is set out. So we all just need to take hands again in the spirit of Mandela Day.
Thank you so very much. Zelda, the former private secretary to Nelson Mandela. She's here in Hermanus to assist in the making of soup for 27,000 people in and around the Overstrand area, which includes in the informal settlement of Zwelithle. We know at this point in time around 3,000 people is in need of food every day in the area, and they are also fed every day from projects like this, from local businesses that turn from one thing to another to assist their communities to reach out. And as you heard from Zelda there, everybody can still do their part. Just reach out to one family or one person in your community that you know is maybe struggling, and that way you can still make a difference despite COVID-19 keeping us apart.
Perhaps a moment to reflect and ask ourselves what